So, your camera doesn't suck. Your lighting does. Let me explain. Just give me a second. Yeah, we can work with this. Now, I've been opportune to use quite a number of lights, but today I want to be talking about one light specifically. This is the Suncrafter S200B Pro. At this point, I don't think there's any good or bad lights. I think we are at a point when budget lights are now readily available and the camera isn't the problem. I don't know if you guys have seen that meme. Basically, that's what we're going to be talking about today. I should also say that, first of all, this light was sent to me by the beautiful people at Suncrafter, but I have not been paid any money, nor did they get to see this video first before it goes live. I will be walking you through a quick unboxing of this light, some of the tech specs that you should know, where this light comes with. I'm also going to be telling you some of the cons that I found while using this light as a solo creator, or whether it's on a multi-crew type of production. And then lastly, why you should invest in getting a video production light. With that being said, let's get into it. So the S200B Pro is a light that has been created by Suncrafter, and one of the things that they are saying is that this light gives you exceptional skin tone. On the back of the light, you have the power plug-in, which doesn't have a DC input. You have the power switch, and you have two knobs and a couple buttons that I will get to later. One is to dial in the intensity of the light. On the right side, you have the locker that you can loosen up to be able to tilt the light to whatever angle that you would want it to go to. And on the other side of that, you have the locker that you can use for the connection point to your tripod, to the stand, or whatever. Now, one of the things to note about this light is that it does prioritize skin tones. But if we come back to the back of that, you can see how this light goes in the increments of 1. And if you push down the button, it goes in increments of 20, from a 20, 40, 60, 80 to a 100. And on the other side, you have that to set the color temperature. And it could also go from 2700, I believe it goes from 2700 to 65,000, which is really good. And on the back as well, you have this little button that you can use to activate special effects. And in terms of special effects, it sort of just has everything that you would want, from paparazzi, fireworks, and the likes, to the other things that you will find on LED lights that usually like this. So it generally has a wide compatibility with a lot of things. It features a standard Bowens mount, and you can use it with zoom projectors, barn doors, and even with Fresnels. The two things that I would probably mention about this light more is that it prioritizes skin tone, which means there is a certain shift to magenta to make the skin tones look really nice. One thing they've also said with this light is that with their technology, this light is designed to emit powerful light without the harshness of the UV rays. So basically, they're saying that this light is not going to be spilling out UV rays. It also works with a smartphone, and it is generally compatible with a lot of things. Now, all the technical specs I think I will leave a link to their website so you can check it there. But more specifically, what I want to talk about in this video is how this light can help you achieve certain results as a creator. This light is not necessarily going to be for professionals because there are a lot of things that this light doesn't have, but I don't think that is who this thing is tailored to. I think that it is more tailored to creators who need light to just increase the quality of their creation or the quality of their videos. So with that being said, let me show you how I've used this light on a couple productions, and I'll explain how this light fit into that perfectly. Good. The way that we used this light here was for this music video, and it was used in two ways. One as an ambient fill, and the second as a rim light, a backlight, and a key light. And I'll sort of explain. In some of the shots where we had a lot of the dark characters, we used the 200B Pro to just bring up the texture. But in this particular shot here, it was acting as the backlight and a rim for this character, while still coming in on the right side of frame to light up the main character. Here you can see it acted as a sandwich because we wanted to put the character and having been lit from two sides. So we had another light on the left side of frame, but we had the Suncrafter on the right, just sort of filling in that. And I think overall, I liked how it looked on his skin. I think you could literally see the preference for that illumination as to how it tilts towards a preference for skin tones in those shots. And overall, I think I'm impressed with how this light acted on this. So yes, you could use this in your videos, in your whatever, if you just need something that is powerful enough. And trust me, this place was huge. The 200 Pro was still able to give enough light to be able to make this work. So overall, I think it's powerful enough. Even on the website, it says that it illuminates or it outputs about 330 something watts of power. So yes, even though it is marketed as 200 watts, it definitely gives brighter light than that. Scene 2, shot 1, shot 2, take 2, action.
Rough night again, James?
Another way that I've used this light is in a short film. Shout out to Carlo for making us an incredible dinner before we started. So we basically were filming a short film. We wanted to create an interior nighttime scene that was very moody and had different pockets of light. Shout out to Hasna, and that's the writer Charlie there. And you see how we put the light outside to just sort of create this texture on this side of the frame to create some sort of like just as if the moon is coming in from outside of the window. And I think that this light was just really great. It works well for the moods that we were going for. And it was pretty dark. It was pretty dark outside. Just put a reflector on there and just blasted it through the window. And as you can see in this shot, on the left side of frame, that's what he was doing. And when we cut into the tight shot, it became the feel for the face of this character. So overall, I think that this thing is applicable to a lot of scenarios, especially if you have very minimal crew or you are shooting personally at home. You can make use of this light. And I think this light offers great flexibility, gives you a lot of power, gives you a lot of output as well. So first of all, if you've enjoyed this video thus far, I would appreciate it if you subscribed, liked the video, or even share it to your friends who might find this useful. But clearly no light is perfect. And this light as well is not 100% perfection. There are a couple of things that I think they could improve in further iterations down the line. And the first one being that the softbox, the modifier that comes with this light, it is extremely difficult to work with. I think in comparison with other soft boxes on the market, I feel like it's just really difficult to close. And sometimes we've had to use other means, or I've had to use other means just to be able to close and fold the softbox after I'm done. I think the second thing is the color of the light. The design is phenomenal. I think that's the way that I'm going to put it. First of all, the white and green accent is just a very distracting color. And maybe that's just me, but every other person that I've had test this light out, they've also had the same feedback, which is that they wish this light came in a black version or a more tones down color in terms of what is on the light. Because when you're using this, you don't want the light to be distracting, you don't want the light to reflect and cast any sort of like colors into the shot that you're composing. So I think that in further iterations, if they could make this a more neutral beige, less bright color, it would really be good. For now, the color of the reflector is white, the light is white with green accents. It's a very bold color choice. And I think the last one is the fact that this doesn't come with a hard case. I don't think it's going to be relatively easy for you to carry this around, but the target market for this is not necessarily people who have to travel with lights all the time, even though you can use it for that. But I think that you can maybe make one yourself if you need to. It's not necessarily the most portable option, so it might be a bit of a hassle to fit into a box, but that once again doesn't affect the performance of the light. This is just like user experience issues that can be changed and factored in into the next iterations of things. So I want to wrap by saying that overall, I feel like cameras are not the problem right now. I would say they're good enough to be able to make a great looking image, but I think that people need to pay more attention to lighting and the quality of light that they use. You can achieve a soft light or a hard light with this Suncrafter 200B Pro, and I think it just works the way it is intended to work for solo creators, maybe for documentary filmmakers, for wedding filmmakers, and the likes of everyone else. In terms of price of the Suncrafter, let me check. Let me see how much you're gonna pay. Let me see how much you pay for this. The price on this is, as of today, $329 US. Now, another interesting thing that you should probably know is that they do offer payments instrumentally, so you don't have to pay everything once. You can split the payment actually into 4 different payments, and they're interest free. If you are interested in purchasing this light, there will be a link in the description of this video that you can use. I do not get any money from that, but it sort of helps to support the channel and to ensure that I can continue making this types of video. So ultimately, is this light for you? I think if you are in the market for a good video light that will not get damaged in 2-3 years from now, 4 or 5 maybe, then I think that you should absolutely look into this light, because it offers you a lot of options, offers you power, offers you great output. That's Alex's head. I can push his head. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.